Our family has done a lot in there over the years. And, you know, my dad's funeral was in there. My wedding dance was in there. You know, there's so many of my friends I've been part of there, and so that was special for me. Talked to a lady yesterday, it was 103. She asked, how old's the cup? And I said 120. She says, oh, it's only 30 years older than me.
Have the cup come to Viking on a lovely summer weekend. It's great. Look at the crowd. What can we ask for? We've got 1,000 people in the town as a population. We probably have a good 500 here in the hall waiting to touch and look at the cup.
It's probably put Viking on the map. Anybody who knows anything about hockey or is interested in hockey has heard of the Sutters, and our town sign out by the highway says home of the Sutters. Obviously the town is proud of them, and everybody is here too. And I think, because I said to Darryl, this really is amazing to me that he's taken the time and the effort to do this. It's a big thing to do, and so we're sure appreciative of it.
Well, it's good to bring it home. You know, a lot of people that I knew when I was a little boy, and in the lodges here, and extended care, and then bring it to the hall so that a lot of the kids could get to see it. It's special for me. It's a special place.
Let's go back to the farm and your farm now. Tell us a little bit about what that farm is like.
Well, you know what, we've gotten steadily bigger, and it's a big job, and I'm lucky that hockey allowed us the opportunity to do what the other thing that we wanted to do, and that was ranch and farm. Yeah. And it's allowed us to do that, and we always saved our money and put it into acres.
I interviewed your brother Brian several years ago, and he talked a little bit about when you were growing up on the farm. There was no electricity on the farm.
We didn't have running water or power till '67. We didn't have telephone until '67.
Is that right?
Yeah, I remember that. We used to laugh because we used to go out and 7 boys, and Dad would line us up, and we'd chop wood and haul. He'd line us up and stack us full of wood like this, just so you could see over, and then we'd take it to the house at night, and that's what kept the house warm. You filled the kitchen stove and the potbelly stove, and that's what kept you warm at night. And we had outdoor toilet and all that stuff. You know what? That's what we did.
Yeah.
People don't understand that. You know what? It couldn't have been easy. My dad and Mom had 7 of us. Mom was 25 by the time she had 7. You know, wow. She had 7 boys, so it wasn't easy. That's for sure. And I don't look at it as that we were any different than anybody else. Mm-hmm. You know what? That's the way we were raised. And you know, now if somebody talked about 9 people riding in a half-ton, you'd go to jail for it, but that's what we did.
Did you?
We've been in this house for 25 years, and it was this much smaller front room, and I had it banked up, and Brian came, and I had just cleaned house, and I had all the trophies out, and he came and he was angry. He says, "Where are my trophies, Mother?" I said, "Well, I just haven't had time to put them back." And he grabbed a box and he put them in a box. They're still not showing today. So these are all trophies of their first goals in the NHL, and they have their own. And there was a picture that Darryl, that's one of my what is the favorite, because I can look at him. I have many sad days. Had many sad days and still do. And I can look at that picture and he's smiling at me and telling, "Mother, get on with it," or "Mother, buckle up." Oh, Darryl drew this when he was, or made this when he was in about grade 4, and he didn't know that there was going to be 2 Islander brothers and 1 Blackhawk brother. He did that. You try and keep things up, and you just, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going to happen with all this stuff anyway.
When in your mind did you say to yourself, I think I've got the talent to really make it to the NHL?
You know, I don't know if I ever even thought like that. But like that's once I played junior, and you know, I was, even in junior, I was just an average player, but it was still, that's what I wanted to do. You know, I remember going to junior and having to decide between going on a scholarship to the States or playing junior hockey, and I just thought, well, you know, if I play junior, I'm going to get there quicker. Like, that's
Right.
what we believed.
Right.
Back then, there wasn't as many college players did that, and I never remember thinking that I wasn't going to make it. It was just how you're going to get there. I don't know if that's smart or stubborn. I don't know what that is.
Now you get drafted by Chicago. What was that feeling like?
It was my team. Growing up as a little boy, I had scrapbooks, Chicago Blackhawks.
Really? So that was quite a day then. I mean, there was,
Well, I
as the
was
draft
troweling
was on.
cement. I was working for some local guys in town. They were carpenters, good friends, and we were troweling cement. And it was about 90 above, and the phone rang in the house that we were working on, and she came out and she said, Bobby Orr's on the phone, wants to talk to you. And
You believe it?
I thought somebody was fooling around.
So they walked off the job right then, or did you?
No, actually, back then, because I was drafted as a 19-year-old, and basically what you got was an invitation to training camp, and I didn't go to training camp.
Why not?
I guess I wasn't smart enough to figure it out. I went to Japan, played, because back then, you know, unless you were a high-profile player, you didn't get offered a contract. So I went to Japan. I just, instead of taking my letter and going to Chicago's training camp, I got a plane ticket and went to Japan. There was a 6-team league over there, and each team could have 2 imports.
And while Darryl's path from juniors to the NHL took an unlikely detour through Japan, once he arrived at the pro level, he found a new organization to call home for many years to come.
I remember he calling me out partway through the year, and he goes, you know, you got to start thinking about doing something different here. And I want to keep you in the organization. I was heartbroken because you want to play. And that was tough.